The broadcast here on Real Sports Live as we are on Game 4 of the state semifinal day for the charter basketball. This is boys action between Idea Weslaco taking on Davinci, the Dragons and the Colts. We hand it over to the PA announcer for the introduction of the two teams. Thanks for tuning in here on Real Sports Live. We're in Houston, Texas at St. Thomas University. Here's the introduction of the players for today's game.
Regional champion. Let's hear it for the Colts from Idea Weslaco.
Let's go!
I want to apologize, everyone. I miscounted severely. They are the 6-time South Texas Regional Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us to congratulate your state qualifiers coming all the way from El Paso, Texas, El Paso area and West Texas sub-regional and Central Texas regional champions. Ladies and gentlemen, their first time on the state level. Let's give a big round of applause coming all the way from El Paso, Texas, the Dragons from Davinci School. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, we do want to recognize each of the teams representing Idea College Preparatory Weslaco. Please help us to congratulate state qualifier number 0, Mr. Matthew Ondeo. Suiting up for the Colts wearing number 2, Jonathan Cavazos. Wearing number 3 for Idea Weslaco, Mr. Jacob Banda. Wearing number 4 for Idea Weslaco, Mr. Michael Cioria. Number 5 for Idea Weslaco, Mr. Gabriel Castillo. Wearing number 10 for the Colts, Mr. Jaime Gonzalez. Wearing number 11, Mr. Hamid Montes. Suiting up for the Colts, number 12, Mr. Eric Cruz. Wearing number 20, Mr. Matthew Banda. Representing the Colts, number 23, Mr. Vicente Vela. And suiting up number 24, Mr. Jesse Vasquez. The Colts from Idea Weslaco are led by head coach and athletic coordinator, Mr. Jerry Montez. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, your 6-time regional champion from the South Texas region, coming all the way from Weslaco, Texas. Let's hear it once more for the Colts from Idea Weslaco. And ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the state level for their first time, coming all the way from El Paso, Texas, let's give another big round of applause for the Central Texas Regional Champion from El Paso, Davinci School. Representing Davinci School, let's hear it for number 0, Ichman Morales. Wearing number 1, Leonardo Espino. Suiting up at number 3, Mr. Jared Alvarez. Wearing number 4, Ricardo Lomelli. Suiting up at number 5, Mr. Carlos Rivera. Wearing number 11, Mr. Cameron Gonzalez. Wearing number 12, Mr. Carlos Gonzalez. Wearing number 14, Mr. Marvin Arzaga. Number 21, Mr. Andre Montana. Wearing number 22, Mr. Armando Montoya. Representing the Dragons, number 23, Mr. Edwin Serna. And ladies and gentlemen, wearing number 25 for the Dragons, let's hear it for Mr. Oscar Cano.
All right, there you have it. The Dragons out of El Paso, Texas, taking on the Colts out of Idea, Weslaco. We'll be back with the opening tip-off of this one after this on Rio Sports Live.
And you're watching Rio Sports Live. Awesome!
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
We're the Red Texans, and you're watching Rio Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We envision that San Perlita ISD will help our students acquire the necessary knowledge, communication, and problem-solving skills through a variety of educational and social experiences to become productive citizens in our global society. Be a part of the change to help create a community where we guide each other to our unlimited potential.
We are Santa Rosa, and you're watching Rio.
There you have it, National Anthem, players' introductions, opening tip-off coming up right after this. Somebody's going to the state championship game tomorrow night at Rice University. It'll be Davinci or Idea Weslaco. Back after this on Rio Sports Live.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
Back here in Houston, Texas, University of St. Thomas here for the boys state semifinals for charter basketball. And we are set to go for the opening tip-off between the Dragons and the Colts. Dragons in the green uniforms have the ball to start it on the opening tip-off. They'll be in the green with the white uniforms, or the white lettering, taking on this Idea Weslaco Colt team. Pass outside on the perimeter. Idea Weslaco known for playing some stout defense and trying to get out in transition and push the tempo. They'll commit a foul there to start this thing off. They'll call that a shooting foul, so to the free throw line will go Armando Montoya for the Dragons. Montoya looking for his first point, looks for the first point of the game between these two teams, and there it is. Dragons on top. They're out of El Paso, Texas. Idea making a 6th trip here. Venturing into the semifinals out of Weslaco. Second free throw won't go. A rebound secured, though, by the Dragons, as that's Ricardo Lornelli getting the board, getting it out to a shooter. That shot won't go by Montoya. Another offensive rebound. Leonardo Espino now with the ball. Kick it over to Montoya. You saw Montoya shooting in warm-ups. He's got some range, my friends. They've got some guys that can shoot as they were looking at the warm-ups. Inside they go. Missed shot there. Horsing the boards. They'll get another look this trip down. This is the 4th time they've got an offensive rebound this first trip down. Outside to Arzaga. Arzaga defended on a gamble. Jonathan Cavazos commits a foul. And we've played nearly a minute here in this first quarter. And already we've seen 4 offensive rebounds by the Dragons of Davinci. Yet no points on the board except for a free throw. Pass outside. On the perimeter, they'll go for a 3. We saw them shooting a lot of those. Arzaga misses. They'll get another offensive rebound as Espinoza tracks it down. Off the dribble. This is going to be Arzaga. Has that tipped away off the turnover. Here come the Colts. Undayo has it taken away. Good defense played by Espino. Espino in the backcourt brings it up. Get it across the timeline, overhead pass. Good job by getting across the timeline as Montoya. Finds a shooter in the corner. Arzaga for 3. That one will not go. Offensive rebound by Lornelli for the Dragons. And they'll work it back on the outside, and then a whistle will blow. We just found out that number 12 for Davinci is wearing 15, so we'll get that corrected. Idea Weslaco with the ball. Colts down 1-0 here in this ball game. Pass it inside, they'll throw it away. That's the second time they've had the ball, second time they've turned it over. What a pass ahead to Espino. He can't get that to go. An offensive rebound once, twice, nothing doing, and they'll get another offensive rebound as they track that down. And this is just a clinic in offensive rebounding thus far by this Dragon team. That they have just 1 point on the board. 9 offensive rebound. That shot won't go. And a quick rebound, and here come the Colts of Idea Weslaco. Jonathan Cavazos with the ball. Attacks, hands it off inside to Undayo, lays it up, and counted in the foul. Matthew Undayo to the free throw line. Let's watch on our Josh Moody replay screen. Once the Colts finally do get their hands on the ball, they do have the ability of moving the ball around. They're always looking up. And then Undayo strong enough to finish that. Thanks, Josh Moody, for the replay. Undayo to the free throw line. Idea Weslaco. Makes that. Idea Weslaco up 3-1. Pressure by the Colts. Broken, and a layup missed, though. Rebound tipped up. Another offensive rebound as Arzaga wasn't able to get the shot, but he got the offensive rebound. Inside the paint. That one won't go. Rebound goes out of bounds. Touch last by the Dragons of Davinci. This is one of those, you give any team as many looks as Davinci's getting right now off the offensive rebounds, eventually that will come back to haunt you. Idea Weslaco with the ball and a 2-point lead. Undayo catches on top. Takes a look at his zone defense, but it's an extended zone, everything out beyond the arc, way beyond the arc, and they're looking to get in the passing lanes. Foul committed there by the Davinci Dragons. Each team with 2 team fouls here to start this game. Idea Weslaco with the ball. Outside to Undayo for 3. Pretty good look, and he makes it. 6 points in the game for Idea Weslaco, all belonging to Matthew Andayo. Pressure by Idea Weslaco, but it's broken. Espino tips it inside, and that's a good finish by Lornelli. 6-3 game. Idea Weslaco with the ball across the timeline. That's a turnover. Idea Weslaco has to get back on the defensive end. Racing ahead, banking it up, making it Armando Montoya. For Montoya, he's got 3 in the game. Andayo gets it over to Bonda. Jacob Bonda puts it on the floor. Most of these Colts can handle the ball well. Andayo off the dribble. That's too strong. Rebound, offensive board for Idea Weslaco. Michael Sordia then gets the whistle to blow. But the ball goes out of bounds off of Sordia. Give me a shout out on YouTube where you're watching the game from. It's always neat to see how far the reach is on fans watching our games. I'll give you a shout back. Davinci on the attack. No look pass. That's stolen by Idea Weslaco. Here come the Colts. Castillo hands it off, gets it back after it was touched by Bonda. Castillo stays outside. Good defensive show by Espino, and the ball goes out of bounds. Idea Weslaco with the ball and a lead here, 6-5 in the early part of this game. They'll throw it in, and it's taken away. Davinci Dragons, ball kicked in the back court. The winner of this will be taking on Leadership Prep. Ball outside for Davinci, looking to take the lead back are the Dragons. That pass is tipped and stolen by Jacob Bonda for Idea Weslaco. Bonda into a double team, nearly lost it. Helping him out is Castillo. Gabriel Castillo, an open jumper, left it short, got his own board, put that up and in. Castillo filing his own shot. Able to make the basket. Now a foul called in the front court. As Davinci got back. Ricardo Lornelli will head to the free throw line for the Davinci Dragons. Substitutes ready to check in for the Colts. But it's a 2-shot opportunity, so Lornelli will shoot a first one before we see the subs check in. First one good. Second free throw by Lornelli. Is no good. Idea Weslaco up by 2 here in this first quarter. Castillo on the dribble, takes it into traffic. Good pass outside to Andayo. Ball fake, he'll back it away. Out near that volleyball line. He can handle the ball, he can also shoot. He's also strong enough to go inside. He's a tough player to defend. That's off the dribble, and Bonda is fouled. Idea Weslaco will inbound the ball on the baseline. The winner plays tomorrow night at 8:30 at Rice University. It's a turnover against Idea Weslaco. That's the 5th of the game against the Colts here in the first quarter. Davinci with the ball, trailing by 2. Stay outside with the ball. Now a Espino pass, get it on the baseline to Arzaga. Espino there has to get it back, goes behind the back with a dribble, shows he can go either way. Pass it over on the corner. 3, no good. Yet another rebound by Arzaga. Takes it on the baseline and makes it Marvin Arzaga. Ties us up at 8 apiece. For Davinci, that's 12 offensive rebounds here in the first quarter. Idea Weslaco with the ball. Kick it outside to Castillo. Castillo takes it in the paint. Dish it outside in the corner. Undayo catches, puts it on the floor. Good defensive switch that time, and it causes a turnover. First defending was Marvin Arzaga. And then on the switch, Armando Montoya on a jump stop right out in front of the ball handler. It's Idea Weslaco ball, but that was some good defense played that time by the Davinci boys. Pass on the right side. Turnover as two players on a different page on where that pass was intended. Idea Weslaco turns it over. We're watching from Carrizo Springs, Texas. Give a shout out to Diana Montes Garcia, sister of the coach of the Idea Weslaco Colts. Ball outside for Davinci. Dragons looking to take the lead here. They led 1-0. Missed that three by Arzaga. Get an offensive rebound. Put that in as Armando Montoya gets the putback, gives them the lead, and a timeout on the floor. 13 offensive rebounds. We'll go to the break on the highlight of that final shot.
Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Houston, Texas on a Friday night as we are at the charter schools semifinal game number 2 on the boys' side between Idea Weslaco and Davinci. Idea Weslaco had called a timeout. They'll turn it over. That'll drive you crazy as a coach. Montoya dishes off inside. Missed shot by Espino. Rebound by Undayo for Idea Weslaco. Ball on the sideline goes out of bounds. And it'll be Idea Weslaco ball. Davinci winning the hustle points right now, especially on the offensive rebounds. But they seem to have a little extra step here in this first quarter of play. It's a close game, 2 points. Certainly not running away from anybody, but right now just a step ahead of this Idea Weslaco team, forcing the turnovers as well. That shot will go for Gabriel Castillo, and we're tied. 10 apiece here in the first quarter. Here comes Montoya. Montoya got a good screen at the mid-court stripe. Stays wide. Baseline move made by Arzaga. Lost the ball, loose ball, jump ball. Possession arrow favors Idea Weslaco. So at timeout, called by Coach Montes, seems to have lit the fire under Idea Weslaco to match the intensity going after the ball and taking the pressure to your opponent. Weslaco with the ball. See if they can get a good shot to close out the first quarter. Here it comes for 3. This will count. No good. Right on the mark, but a missed shot by Gonzalez. Nothing decided after a quarter. We're all tied at 10. Davinci and Idea Weslaco. This is Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
Here on Real Sports Live, we are in Houston tonight for the Charter State semifinals. Tomorrow's championship games on the girls' side is set for 7 o'clock. The boys tip off at 8:30 at Rice University. Also here in Houston. Tonight we're in St. Thomas University. As we start the second quarter of play, Davinci with the ball. We're all tied at 10 apiece. That's a hard double team. They'll throw out of that. And now a shot by Espino on a fadeaway won't go. Idea Weslaco secures the board. Outlet pass, trying to run, push the issue. Vela tracks it down. Bodied up, lost the ball on the sideline. Turnover, gives it back to Davinci. Quick pass ahead to Espino. Nearly traveled. On the secondary break, here's Arzaga. He'll miss that shot. Rebound by Undayo for Idea Weslaco. Trying to push the pace, Idea Weslaco. You believe if they get into a running situation, it favors Idea Weslaco. There's a jump ball. Get the feeling of Davinci, who is here for the first time. Idea Weslaco has been here 6 different times as a program to the state semifinals at the charter level. There's a good pass inside, but off the hands of Vela. Now a loose ball picked up by Castillo for Idea Weslaco. Good crossover, got to the elbow, lost his dribble, gets it outside, but travels just before he delivered the pass. Those turnover bug is really biting Idea Weslaco here. They're in double figures in that category with 10 here in the first half. We're just a minute into the second quarter. Davinci with the ball. Neither team has scored yet here in the second quarter. That won't change as Arzaga misses. Undayo gets a rebound. Again, Idea Weslaco trying to push everything down court. Trying to get running downhill after securing boards. You can do that a lot when you see a team as committed as Davinci is to sending everyone in the paint to crash for the boards. You get a lot of offensive boards, which they did, but if you start committing so many guys inside and you can get some release points, Idea Weslaco could get out ahead of the defenders and have some openings. Here's a near steal. It is. It's taken away by Castillo for Idea Weslaco. Espino there to guard him, kicks it outside, now off the dribble, pass over in the hands of Vela, finds Undayo for 3, rims that, no good. Back come Davinci with the rebound by Montoya, and they'll bring it up. Armando Montoya, the leading scorer, looking for 2 more there, misses it, and then it rolls in. Count that for 3. Kind roll that time for Armando Montoya. Idea Weslaco basketball. A double team comes and nearly turn it over. Get it to the mid-court stripe. Dribbling through a double team is Bonda. Work it in the corner for Vela. Back outside to Undayo. See Davinci is trying to get to the double teams, always getting out on the shooters. Undayo off the dribble, tried to dish it off. That's tipped. You tell guys, get in passing lanes, especially if you're going to trap. The key there is to trap, and then when the guy's going to get rid of the ball, that's when you're in the passing lanes. That's how the defense will work when you're committing to that trap. Here's a 3 from the wing. Bury that for Jonathan Cavazos. We're tied. 13 apiece. That's off the dribble, won't go. Offensive rebound for the Dragons, and then a foul will be called. Andreas Montana actually just walked into that rebound as nobody had a body on him. And so Andreas will shoot 2 from the line. Shooting foul. 4th team foul against Idea Weslaco here in the first half. Looking for his first point. Well short on that. 14 offensive rebounds here in the first half for the Davinci boys already. Couple that with 10 turnovers by Idea Weslaco, and you would think if you're a Colts fan, how bad are we trailing? You look up at the scoreboard, you're down 1 after that made free throw. Idea Weslaco ball. Davinci could look back at that as missed opportunities. There's a travel, another turnover. Your Idea Weslaco, you count your blessings, but you also hold your breath, because if Davinci starts capitalizing on this, they can run out to a double-digit lead in relatively easy fashion if it continues at this course of killing him on the boards and then forcing turnovers on the defensive end. Montoya for three. Pinball's out. Didn't get the roll that time, but an offensive rebound will go in by Andreas Montana. Two more for Montana. It's a three-point lead for the Dragons. Colts kick it outside. Montana gambles on the defensive side and forces another turnover as he bodied the man just to the sideline enough to step on that line. Three-point game. The Davinci Dragons with the ball. Outside to Montoya. Montoya, the leading scorer on the court with 8 points. Go inside to Lornelli, and he'll dribble it out of bounds. For the most part, they've done a good job of taking care of the ball. Unofficially, 5 turnovers by Davinci here in the first half. Coming up on the 4-minute mark here in the second quarter of play already. Pass right side for Idea Weslaco. Matthew Bond in the game to Cavazos. Gets a man to the free throw line, and Sordia can't find the range. Rebound by Espino. Quick pass ahead. Montoya catches. Now they'll get it back outside. This is Espino on a clear out. Gets it in the paint, going to work, and a missed shot, but Andreas Montana is going to get to the free throw line. Montana starting to establish himself in the paint as a force. Got some rebounds. He scored 3 points, and that time he just absolutely wanted the ball delivered once he got some room inside. Makes the free throw. 4-point lead now for the Davinci Dragons. Outscoring Idea Weslaco 7-3 here in this second quarter. And that one, soft touch, rolls in. 5-point lead, biggest lead of the game, enjoyed by the Davinci Dragons. They'll overplay on defense. Idea Weslaco has that poked away as Bonda tried to dribble it past Arzaga, and he'll kick it out of bounds off of Bonda. That's just forcing a ball handler to go one side and then waiting for him to do a crossover and putting it off his own body. Montoya has the ball for the Davinci Dragons. Over to Espino. On the dribble is Arzaga. Got in the paint, missed a shot. There's Montana again. Misses that shot, though, in the paint. Offensive rebound, and put that up as Lornelli is able to finish. And Idea Weslaco has to call another timeout. 17 offensive rebounds in the first half. That is the story, my friends. It's a 7-point game. Idea Weslaco calls a timeout to talk about that once again. This is Real Sports Live.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Back here on Real Sports Live, Forever Memories. We won't be open tomorrow because the fact that Dahlia and I are both up here, but we'll be open next week. Our loyal customers there, fans of Real Sports Live, if you don't know, I'll tell you again, if it weren't for Forever Memories, Real Sports Live wouldn't have made it through the first couple of years. It carried the load and some. Ball outside as Idea Weslaco had to burn a timeout. Now they'll see if they can get something set up here. Get a quality shot on this look. Clear out for Sordia. Goes to work, and that's on the floor. A foul will be called. against the Davinci Dragons. That'll be their 4th here in this first half. Non-shooting foul. It's on the floor, so it's Ideal Weslaco ball out of bounds. Andio's been kind of quiet here. Since scoring 6 points in the first quarter, he's been held scoreless here in the second. That's a near steal, but Ideal Weslaco gets it in the paint. That one's in. Michael Sordia for 2. 5-point game. Davinci with the ball on the baseline. Arzaga makes a move and puts it in. Nobody stopped Marvin Arzaga from getting baseline. Arzaga's got 4 points. Ideal Weslaco ball. In trouble there after losing the dribble. Gabriel Castillo will take over. Here's Undio. Dio got to the free throw line, back outside. Here's Cavazos. Cavazos finds a man cutting through. That's taken away from Sordia. They'll get it ahead to Montoya, and he'll finish. 2 more from Montoya. It's a 9-point lead. Montoya's got 10 points. Ideal Weslaco ball. Outside to Bonda. Bonda gets it inside. Outside it goes to Cavazos. Corner. 3 for Bonda. Off the mark. Quick pass ahead. Montoya again. Beats him down court. Gets fouled. He'll get to the free throw line. Let's take a look. Shooting-wise. Ideal Weslaco, not bad. 6 of 12 as a team, 50% from the field. Davinci boys just shooting 28%, but 17 rebounds on the offensive end. Free throw chance, where they're already 5 of 8. Montoya is 1 of 2, misses the first here. He's got 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 of 3 at the free throw line. We were tied at 10 apiece. It's a 14-5 second quarter in favor of the Davinci boys, as Montoya looks for 1 of 2 on this trip and tries to extend it to a 10-point lead, and does. Ideal Weslaco basketball. Colts limited to just 5 points here in this second quarter. 15 is a quiet half for them as well, as we got 1:35 minutes left and counting here in the first half. There's a steal, and here comes Espino in the front court, and Dio gets back, but Espino beats him there and gets the layup. You can see they were just trying to get some kind of offensive set, and Dio wasn't even looking towards that pass. He was trying to look and see where everybody else was at. Castillo outside to Cavazos, back to Castillo. They're giving him some room. Back outside, here's a long 3 for Cavazos. That's way off the mark. The boards of which have been controlled by Davinci, as Lornelli gets his 8th rebound here of the game. See if the Dragons hold it for 1 shot. They lead by 12. Montoya takes it in the paint, outside to Espino. Back in the corner it goes. Now they go on the blocks, inside, and another basket made by Montana. 14-point lead. Ideal Weslaco with the ball. You can see there are 3 different arcs out there, which could be confusing. Players can think they got to step beyond that deep arc for the 3. That's one well short. That's usually what you see happen. When guys start missing shots from the arc, is like, which line are you stepping out to? You're used to shooting from 1, now shooting another one. Montana, with 2 more, now has 9 points in the game, and that's the end of the first half. That shot won't go. It was a dominating second quarter by the Davinci Dragons. They outscore Ideal Weslaco 21-15. And that 16-point lead is what they enjoy heading to the break. First half highlights and more coming up after this on Rio Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
We are the Orange Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Roy Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
We're those red nose volleyball, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, we're at halftime. You see the score with the Davinci Dragons out of El Paso, Texas, leading Idea Weslaco 31-15. Running down stats for you, Davinci shot 34% from the field in the first half and 12 of 35 overall. 11 of 29 inside the arc, made 1 of 6 outside the arc, 6 of 10 on the free throw line, took down 22 rebounds, and 17 of those were offensive. 5 turnovers for the Davinci Dragons. For Idea Weslaco, they shot 43% from the field, 6 of 14 all overall. 14 shots, though, in the first half because of 14 turnovers. They were 4 of 7 inside the arc for 57%, 2 of 7 outside the arc for 29%, made their only free throw, took down 7 rebounds. Again, giving up 17 offensive boards. That's a lopsided score building just off the stats. Leading scorers, one player in double figures. Armando Montoya leading the way with 11 points for the Davinci Dragons in the first half. 9 points for teammate Andreas Montana. 5 for Ricardo Lornelli. 4 for Marvin Arzaga. Leonardo Espinoza chipped in 2 on the rebounds. Ricardo Lornelli with 8 rebounds in the first half. 7 of them offensive boards. Armando Montoya ended up with 4 boards. 3 of those offensive rebounds for Davinci in the first half. For Idea Weslaco, Matthew Andayo led the way with 6 points, but he scored those 6 points in the first quarter. Was held scoreless in the second. Gabriel Castillo, his teammate, had 4. Jonathan Cavazos a quiet 3. And Michael Sordia was limited to just 2 points. So the high-power scorers on Idea Weslaco just didn't get it going in that first half. They trail by 16. How do we get to 31-15? Well, that was the stat end of it. Here's the highlights brought to you by South Padre Island on Rio Sports Live. On the board, 9 offensive rebound. That shot won't go. And a quick rebound, and here come the Colts of Idea Weslaco. Jonathan Cavazos with the ball. Attacks, hands it off inside to Andayo, lays it up, and counted in the foul. With 2 team fouls here to start this game. Idea Weslaco with the ball. Outside to Andayo for 3. Pretty good look, and he makes it. Belonging to Matthew Andayo. Pressure by Idea Weslaco, but it's broken. Espino tips it inside, and that's a good finish by Larnelli. That's a turnover. Idea Weslaco has to get back on the defensive end. Racing ahead, banking it up, making it Armando Montoya. Pass is tipped and stolen by Jacob Bonda for Idea Weslaco. Bonda into a double team, nearly lost it. Helping him out is Castillo. Gabriel Castillo, an open jumper, left it short, got his own board, put that up and in. Corner, 3, no good. Yet another rebound by Arzaga. Takes it on the baseline and makes it Marvin Arzaga. For Davinci, Dragons looking to take the lead here. They led 1-0. Missed that 3 by Arzaga. Get an offensive rebound. Put that in as Armando Montoya gets the put in this first quarter of play. It's a close game, 2 points. Certainly not running away from anybody, but right now just a step ahead of this Idea Weslaco team, forcing the turnovers as well. That shot will go for Gabriel Castillo, and we're tied. That's how the defense will work when you're committing to that trap. Here's a 3 from the wing. Bury that for Jonathan Cavazos. We're tied. Of killing him on the boards and then forcing turnovers on the defensive end. Montoya for 3. Pinball's out. Didn't get the roll that time, but an offensive rebound will go in by Andreas Montana. Mexico ball out of bounds. Andayo's been kind of quiet here. since scoring 6 points in the first quarter, he's been held scoreless here in the second. That's a near steal, but Idea Weslaco gets it in the paint. That one's in. Michael Sordia. Here's Cavazos. Cavazos finds a man cutting through. That's taken away from Sordia. They'll get it ahead to Montoya, and he'll finish. See if the Dragons hold it for one shot. They lead by 12. Montoya takes it in the paint, outside to Espino. Back in the corner it goes. Now they go on the blocks, inside, and another basket made by Montana. On the bull. Back here on Rio Sports Live, those highlights brought to you by South Padre Island, SoPadre.com. If you're looking for a vacation spot or just a getaway, spring break coming up, also contact SoPadre.com, one of our sponsors here on Rio Sports Live. Halftime has arrived, and the Davinci Dragons make their way back on the floor first. If you're a Dragon fan, it's pretty simple. Let's go do for 2 more quarters what we just did. Dominate on the boards, force a lot of turnovers, and we're going to be playing in a state championship game tomorrow night. The Idea Weslaco Colts, we haven't seen their appearance, but they're going to have to focus in on establishing an offensive flow and blocking out on the defensive boards. Those are the 2 major adjustments. Idea Weslaco is certainly capable of scoring a lot of points, but they're going to have to take care of the ball. They're going to have to get rebounds and prevent buckets, because they're already in an uphill bind to try to get back into this game. Davinci Dragons with a major lead as we start this second half of play. 8 minutes on the clock. Idea Weslaco literally ran out of the locker room onto the floor. They blew the whistle, and here we go. Dragon basketball led in the first half by Armando Montoya with 11 points. Pass inside to teammate Montana, who's been a handful. Missed shot, offensive rebound. Missed shot that time by Lornelli, and Idea Weslaco secures the rebound. Matthew Undio has it. They left him open, spins it outside, work it right side. On the baseline, runner goes up, no good. Rebound by Idea Weslaco for a moment. Get it out to Undio, gets in the paint, hangs in the air. Had that one blocked. He was losing it going up. That's why he didn't get that whistle. Arzaga brings it ahead. Gets it outside to Espino. Espino finds Lornelli. Back to Espino. That's stolen by Idea Weslaco. No numbers. Now one man to beat. Up off the rim, no good. Bonda never could get a real good look at that. Montoya gets a rebound, and here comes Armando Montoya. He's been everything needed, and Montana has been everything else. Bank shot up and in as Andreas Montana now joins Montoya in double figures in scoring. It's the first point scored here in the second half. Idea Weslaco with the ball. They've had a couple of good opportunities, just nothing to show on the scoreboard. Undio, that pass knocked out of bounds as Leonardo Espino got a hand on it. Colts looking to get on some kind of run, change the momentum of this game. See if they can ride a wave back into this thing. Down by a bunch in the paint, fadeaway jumper, that's off the mark. And rebound for Montana is his 4th of the game. Montana to Montoya. Montoya into a 1-on-4. Ill-advised pass, and he threw that one away. Haven't been many turnovers by the Davinci boys. But if you're Idea Weslaco, you're looking for any little spark that might be the game changer. And Dio has it. Pass it off. We're in the second half, and that shot goes up and in by Michael Sordia. He's been held to 4. Don't kid yourself. There are guys that can score a bunch of points in a hurry for this Colt team. Espino out to Montoya. Montoya finds Arzaga. Arzaga goes inside to Lornelli, and he'll get fouled in the paint. Ricardo Lornelli, Andreas Montana, both physical forces against this Idea Weslaco team as they're posting up inside and then, more importantly, crashing the rebounds. Lornelli to the free throw line. He was 1 of 2 in the first half. First one no good. He's got 5 points, 9 rebounds in the game. Second free throw coming up for Lornelli. Shot was good. Now Idea Weslaco back on the attack. But it's a 17-point lead for Davinci. On the baseline, they'll get it inside to Sordia. Fadeaway jumper, and he rolls that one home. Michael Sordia with 2 more. Idea Weslaco playing some defense. Here comes Montoya. Ahead to Arzaga. Arzaga has a back tap, loose ball. They'll go to the floor, and Idea Weslaco will get the turnover. Colts trying to build off of that as Castillo brings it front side, takes a bump, pass it off to Bonda. Bonda takes it in against traffic, and he'll get fouled. Big groan that time by the Colt fans. The player literally ran over the ball handler just as he was delivering that pass. Jacob Bonda taking it right at the defender. Earns this trip to the line. He hasn't been there yet, hasn't scored a point in this game yet. Still looking for that as he misses the first. Colts now just 1 of 2 at the free throw line. They've been limited in every category of this game to things you normally see this team excelling at. Bonda makes the next free throw. 14-point game. Inside, that one's up and in. Good finish by Ricardo Lornelli for 2. 16-point game. And Dio has the ball for Idea Weslaco. Scored 6 in the first quarter. We're nearly halfway through the third already, and he's been held in check as far as scoring goes. Second team foul on the Dragons here in the second half, non-shooting foul. Bonda will check out as Vicente Vela checks in for Idea Weslaco. Dio over to Castillo. Castillo into traffic. Over to Cavazos. Outside to Ndio. A deep 3. Won't go. On the rebound. That's another rebound for Lornelli. That's his 10th of the game. Outside to Arzaga. Finding a trailer. Lornelli nearly travels. Hands it off to Arzaga instead. Arzaga over to Montoya. Lornelli was open on the baseline. Montoya missed him. Stays with a dribble. Finds Espino. Espino stays wide. Loses the ball on the sideline. There's a turnover as Castillo has it. 3-on-1 break. Castillo pulls up. Makes it. Good numbers that time, and Castillo took what was given to him. Didn't take it deeper in the defense. Took that baseline, or that bunny. There's a shot that goes in and a foul. And Andreas Montana to the line. Well, he's been an answer all night for the Dragons of Davinci. Leads the team in scoring with 13 points. Montoya set the table, getting to double figures first, but Andreas Montana was right behind him. And Montana and Lornelli working their way inside. Just have been no answer yet. Missed free throw, but an offensive rebound as there's Lornelli again. Davinci with the ball, leading by 16. Outside to Espino, inside to Montana. Montana spins, fade away, made it again. Andreas Montana is really feeling it here. He's got 15 points. And Dio has it for Idea Weslaco. They'll double team him if they can. Outside it goes to Castillo. Castillo back to Ndio. Ndio takes it into the teeth of the defense, and a travel will be called. He beat a double team and then saw another double team coming, tried to get through that too. That's literally trying to go 1-on-4. Here's Montana. Montana on a square up. Like I said, he is getting more confident every trip down, and why not? Espino has the ball, gets it into Montana, nearly taken away, but a foul will be called. There were two guys defending on the blocks that time, trying to prevent him from catching the pass. As Jacob Bonda, or check that, Vicente Vela, ends up getting called for the foul. Now as the ball goes inbounds, they're going to send a Idea Weslaco player off on the sideline. What happened is Vicente Vela limped off the floor. Coach sent in a replacement. The official was like, nobody buzzed him in. So they're not going to let Vasquez check into the game. He may have spotted something on the uniform as well, because he sent him to the locker room. Pass inside, and there's Ricardo Lornelli for two more. And Lornelli now with a double-double. He's got 11 points and 11 rebounds. Idea Weslaco down by 20. Turn it over. Here's Montoya. Montoya takes it inside, further inside, and there is Espino for two. Dragons have doubled up Idea Weslaco here in the third, outscoring them 14-7. See the Dragons, that offense is working further and further outside the arc, and the Dragons are getting more and more confident to try to pick off passes, get to double teams, knowing they've got protection down low with Ricardo Lornelli and Andres Montana in the paint and on the baseline. 2 minutes left in the third. Dragons up by 22. Back after this.
237 North Sam Houston in San Benito is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
Timeout called. Here the Idea Weslaco Colts making their way back on the floor. They have been held in check here tonight. Scored 10 points in the first quarter, just 5 in the second, 7 in the third. Meanwhile, Davinci scored 10 in the first, 21 in the second, and 14 here in the third. Still 2 minutes left, and Davinci will steal it after the timeout. Get it ahead. That'll be a travel. We'll go back the other way. Marvin Arzaga got a little too anxious after Montoya got that steal. Idea Weslaco ball. Colts bring it up. Castillo has it. Defended straight up by Arzaga. Takes him off the dribble, gets it to Ndayo. Ndayo on a switch guarded by Arzaga, but Ndayo has to take it all the way out in front of the scorer's table. Attacks off the dribble into a triple team and banks it up and in. Matthew Ndayo. His 8th point. First point since the first quarter. Espino has the ball, hands it off to Morales now in the game. That's Svan Morales for the Dragons of Davinci. Pass inside, back outside to Montoya. Looking further in, that's a kick ball. Right now on the bench is Andres Montana for the Davinci Dragons. But with Lornelli in the game, they're not hurting. He's got 11 points and 11 rebounds to secure everything inside. That's a missed shot by Espino. Rebound by Undio for Idea Weslaco. And that'll be a backcourt violation as Castillo dribbled right into that double team, and then in that, what's called just a trap corner, coffin corner by many. You get in there, bad things happen when you stop your dribble. There's a foul on an offensive foul, setting a screen by Marvin Arzaga. Idea Weslaco will get the ball out of bounds in front of the scorer's table. Girls Championship set for tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Boys scheduled to tip off at 8:30 at Rice University here in Houston. We'll be there for both of those games. Gonzalez has it, gets it outside to Castillo. Castillo back to Gonzalez. Into a double team in the paint. There's another basket made by Michael Sordia. Sordia doing what he can to bring his team back in this game. He's got 8. And there's a carry. Good defense played by Gabriel Castillo to force that turnover. Idea Weslaco will have 23 seconds. And looking ahead, they'll get the ball to start the fourth quarter. If you're a Colt fan, you want production here. Sordia into a double team, gets fouled, and he'll get to the free throw line. Michael Sordia, 8 points, leads the Colts in scoring. 2 shots here, first one no good. Idea Weslaco from the free throw line. Just 4 attempts as a team, making 2, that's 50%. They're still shooting 50% from the field. It's just the turnovers have limited the shot opportunities by the Colts. Sordia ready for another. 1 of 2 on the trip. Trap in the backcourt by Idea Weslaco. On the sideline, they'll call a push. That'll be a foul. Just the 4th for Idea Weslaco. Again, you can gamble a couple times, trying to get a steal, trying to force somebody on the sideline like you did there. And really not hurt yourself if you're Idea Weslaco. Davinci, again, take care of the ball, make some free throws, take some time off the clock on each possession in the fourth quarter, and you're playing for a state championship. Off the dribble is Arzaga, makes that, and that's the way the third quarter comes to an end. Davinci Dragons leading in this one by 19. This is Real Sports Live.
Service is attitude. How far are we willing to go to service our community, our dealership here for you, and you? Sky's the limit.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
Back here on Real Sports Live at St. Thomas University in Houston for the Charter Boys semifinal. Game number 2, game number 4 on the day for us here on Real Sports Live. And 8 minutes between the semifinals and talk of championship games tomorrow night at Rice University. Idea Weslaco down by 19. We'll have to crank it up to a whole nother gear as Bonda gets fouled. We'll check that. I'll call that a turnover against Idea Weslaco. Davinci with the ball. We were tied at 10 apiece. Undio gets a steal for Idea Weslaco, but there's Espino to get it right back for Davinci. Now the Dragons pass it on the baseline. Back outside. Here's a deep three. Off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound. Put it up and in. Leonardo Espino with the board. His 4th rebound of the game. Idea Weslaco will turn it over again. I said it back in the first quarter when it was a lot of turnovers by Idea Weslaco and just an absolute barrage of offensive rebounds by the Dragons. That if that continued, it could turn into a lopsided game. Here's a steal by the Idea Weslaco Colts. Castillo has it. Pass it off to Bonda. Back outside to Undio. Undio one-hands it over. Caught there by Cavazos. Cavazos inside. Sordia going to work. Makes another. Michael Sordia has been the bright spot for Idea Weslaco in the scoring department. He's got 11. That's a deflection and a steal by the Colts. The ball goes out of bounds on the baseline as Davinci will get it back. Cavazos had it. It was double teamed and forced out of bounds on the baseline. The Dragons working on the perimeter with a skip pass. Catch by Armando Montoya. He was big in the first half, building this lead. That's a near steal as Sordia gets a hand on it for Idea Weslaco, but it's out of bounds off the Colts, and every second that goes by on any possession is just precious, precious time for Idea Weslaco. Davinci will talk about it. Again, you come down, you take 10 to 15 seconds off each possession for Davinci. Near impossible for the Colts to come back unless they're scoring every trip and getting a stop every time down. And even then, I'm not sure. Back after this, Colts talk it over. They trail here at St. Thomas after this.
And look for your motors, we're moving forward. Same great service, same great people, same great cars and trucks, and these great white letters. Our vision is crystal clear. Look for your motors. We're on the move.
Quick timeout called, and the Colts race back on the floor. Coach Montes over there just trying to diagram something up that just sparks this Colt team into a extreme high level to finish this game. There's a missed shot in the paint. The ball goes out of bounds on the rebound. That's touched last by a Dragon of Davinci. So Idea Weslaco will have the ball. They scored last trip down. Again, you have to string multiple possessions in a row in which you score outright. You got to score every time down and don't take much time doing it. And then see what happens on the defensive end. Through a double team, right side layup. That one's blocked though by Davinci. Outlet pass to Moros. Takes it on the baseline. Big step, gets it outside to Montoya. Montoya further out to Arzaga. Arzaga to Espino. Over to Montoya for three. That won't go, and an offensive rebound. Back in the hands of the Idea Weslaco as that'll be a foul called. .534 left here in this fourth quarter. Davinci will have the ball. This team is out of El Paso, Texas. They lead by 19. Weslaco trying to play some defense. Pass in the paint, and count that for Leonardo Espino. 2 more for him, he's got 8. Here's a 3 for the Dragons. That's well off the mark. Long pass ahead. That's tipped out of bounds. Sordia playing good defense. Substitution will check in as Jared Alvarez into the game for the Davinci Dragons. Leonardo Espino will have a seat on the bench. Espino, 8 points, 5 rebounds. Montoya, 11 points, 5 rebounds. Lornelli, 11 points, 11 rebounds. Montana, 15 points, 4 rebounds. All big wheels in this lead for Davinci. 21 points they lead, 4:46 left here in the fourth. Davinci trying to, again, earn a trip to the championship game. Leadership Prep awaits the winner. They won 43-37 over Katy West Park. That's a tough shot, but that's up and in. Edwin Cerna off the glass. Back come the Colts on the baseline. That'll be a foul call, and Jacob Bonda will get to the free throw line. Let's take a look on our South Padre Island. Watch this shot by Cerna. That's in the air for a long time. Highlight brought to you by South Padre Island, one of our sponsors here on Rio Sports Live. Bonda at the line, 1 of 2 in the game, makes the first here. Circle the second quarter, that was the big one. Davinci scoring 21 points as a team, limiting Weslaco, Ideal Weslaco, to 5. And that just opened up the margin too far for Ideal Weslaco to make a run at getting back in the contest. Playing defense in the backcourt, they'll get a steal. Undio dishes off right side, layup, no good. Missed opportunity as Cavazos couldn't finish. Quick pass ahead to Rivera. Rivera double teamed, another near steal, gets it out to Arzaga. Arzaga for Davinci, gets away from the double team, stays with a dribble. Gets it over to Cerna. Cerna made a tough shot last trip down. This time he gets in the paint, and it's taken away. Ideal Weslaco. Overhead pass, here's Cavazos. Steps into a 3, that's way off the mark too. Rebound comes down to Rivera. Outlet pass stolen. 3 consecutive steals by Ideal Weslaco. Nothing to show on the scoreboard yet. A 3 here, that's off the mark as Bonda wasn't set. Cerna gets a rebound. 3:22 left here in this one. Davinci. A lot of their primary players are over on the bench right now. Timeout is called an offensive foul call. So that's, let's count them. 4 trips in a row for Davinci in which they've either turned it over or committed an offensive foul. Ideal Weslaco hoping to capitalize on that. Fans are wanting a 1-and-1, but that's a player control foul on an offensive charge. You won't get a free throw out of that. So it's Ideal Weslaco ball. Undio gets it inside, now back outside to Bonda. Bonda quick, they're getting out on the shooters pretty quick too as well. Undio catches, good ball fake, now takes it off the dribble. It's time ticking away though against Ideal Weslaco. Davinci continues to overplay on defense. No shot available for Cerna in the paint. That's up and in. There's Michael Sordia again. 19-point lead. Transition opportunity. Missed shot there. Offensive rebound as Montoya gets 2 more points. Armando Montoya with 13 points in the game. Dragons back up by 21. Foul called on the baseline. Michael Sordio will be at the free throw line. I want to remind you on April 22nd, 23rd, and 24th will be the Rio Sports Live showcase on South Padre Island. 3 days in which we'll be featuring teams of the best players that we had on Rio Sports Live. Teams comprised of the Rio Grande Valley, the Coastal Bend, from Victoria down to Kingsville. And then the Laredo area will have a team playing for 2 days, boys and girls. And we'll wrap it up on Sunday with a championship game on the boys and the girls side. And a traveling trophy will award. We'll have a banquet on Friday night to hand out awards. The first ever Rio Sports Live showcase on South Padre Island, April 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Watch for more details on that on our social media. 3 by the Colts, won't go by Undio. Now a steal, Undio has it, hands it off inside, layup won't go, offensive board, put it up and in. Jared Montes with a bucket. Now a steal, here come the Colts again. This is Bonda, hands it off to Undio. Sordia in the paint, misses that. Offensive rebound by Idea Weslaco. Inside to Sordia, he'll put that in. Michael Sordia with 2 more. 17-point game, minute 30 to go. Another trap in the back court, a whistle. Foul will be called on Idea Weslaco. That'll be their 5th, so a non-shooting foul. More substitutes check into the game. Carlos Gonzalez checks into the contest for the Davinci boys. Also in the game, Cameron Gonzalez. And this is Cerna, Edwin Cerna. Over to Alvarez. Alvarez to Edwin Cerna. And they'll call steps on that. Give it back to Idea Weslaco. Colts have scored 11 here in this quarter. Another point, and they'll match their highest output for a quarter of play here in this state semifinal. And you look up at 38 points, that is way below the average of what this team normally scores on any given night. Sordia, fadeaway jumper. Nothing doing. Colts get the rebound, then a jump ball's called. We just go under a minute to go. Possession arrow favors Weslaco in that one. Tomorrow night we'll be in Houston once again. We'll move everything over to Rice University for the broadcast there of the girls and boys state championships here for charter schools. This shot by the Colts. Cerna takes it into the defense and has the ball knocked out of his hands. Davinci, again, we'll have to dial up to another level tomorrow night. They're up against a quality opponent. There's a 3 that goes for Jared Alvarez. The lead back up to 20. The Weslaco with the ball outside. Missed shot there. The ball goes out of bounds. Touched last by a Davinci player. The Dragons moving on to the state championship game. The Weslaco will turn it over. Good behind the back dribble there by Alvarez. Now he'll get fouled. Stops play. Who's our player of the game on this one? I'd like to give it to Andreas Montana, but I'm not going to. I'm going to instead give it to Ricardo Larnelli. The Colts get the ball back. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Lornelli in the game, 11 points, and add that many rebounds. A double-double will be my Rio Sports Player of the Game here tonight. Colts working outside. 3 on the way. Just off the mark, rebound by Davinci, and that'll do it. Dragons of Davinci with a 20-point win are on their way to the state championship game tomorrow night here in Houston. Behind the scoring and rebounding of a Ricardo Lornelli, who's our player of the game. The Dragons advance, where tomorrow night at 8:30 they're scheduled to tip off against Leadership Prep. So our winners in today's game, Keller Eagles defeat Leander. Leadership Prep defeats Katy West Park.
And ladies and gentlemen, about 800 miles away from Weslaco,
Legacy Titans knock off Idea Weslaco girls, and Davinci boys punch their ticket into the championship game tomorrow night with a victory here over Weslaco. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast here this evening. Reminding you I'll have some highlight reels up in a little bit. And also the replays will be available for you to watch if you miss these games. Till next time, from Houston, our player of the game is Ricardo Lornelli. And so long till tomorrow.